Hello, this is Pranav Khare and this is internship reflection video for New England College semester 4. To give a summary of my work from my superior's point of view, uh, of course it's gonna be some positives and some negatives. I'm gonna talk about the positives first. One thing in my opinion he would definitely say is I am a hard worker. I've been working in this organization for 2 years now and have worked on many different projects. Uh, while this time, I have also made some mistakes, but a good part I think is to learn from the mistakes and never make them again. And I believe I have been able to achieve that, and my supervisor would notice that. Second thing I would say is about helping my supervisor or my manager with various smaller different tasks which are not really associated with the project, but they are more related to management or administrative side of the business line. And of course those were new things to me, but in my opinion, as a manager, my employee would have learned a couple of things which definitely would help him in his career. And also, as he's doing the MBA, he has a hands-on experience to see what actually goes on in the world, what he learns in the class. About interacting with shareholders, so I have worked on a different set of projects, some of which were directly deliverable to the clients, and some of them were internal projects that I had to submit to another department or business line in my same company. One thing that I learned from my manager, or talking from manager's perspective, one thing uh, I told my employee was, it doesn't matter if it's an internal or an external client, we should always deliver the product as the final product, be it internal, be it external, so that they are happy with our work. And of course there were some mistakes which were made in this aspect, but again, as I mentioned before, it is important to learn from the mistakes and never make them again. That is how a person grows. So that is another positive point I have seen in my employee. Talking about the three examples, the first would be the curves project. And uh, my employee had some experience with this kind of work, so the field work was pretty much flawless. There was no issue about it. There were some errors made in the drafting scenario, but over a period of time they were rectified, and those mistakes have been corrected, and the same mistakes are not repeated as often. Another example would be a design build, which is a smaller uh, time project where the contractor and the consultant work together to submit a proposal to the alternatives to the agency, be it DOT or Federal Highway Administration. And as I mentioned, these are small duration but high amount of work projects. So this was the project where my employee really worked hard. He had to run some simulations, and uh, they were time consuming, although there is nothing much to do other than monitoring the parameters and ensuring it's running smoothly. But my employee definitely worked hard on that, and I must give him the credit for it. The third example would be Patapsco Avenue project, which is a very small project, but the data we received was not complete. Generally, the data we receive from subcontractors is processed, but in this case, we received the raw data. And this is where I think going back to basics helped, and working along with my manager, I learned a couple of new things, and it was a good improvement. I think as long as overall development is going on towards betterment of any employee, it is a good thing. Thank you.